Hello everyone, I am Tina Falade and we're back to a new episode of Bible Study with Tina. Today we're going to be reading the book of Leviticus chapters 10, 11, and 12. And this story, the Bible passage is actually going to start with the story of the sons of Aaron, the priest who is Moses' brother. So let's start. It says, Then Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, each took his censer and put fire in it, put incense on it, and offered profane fire before the Lord, which he had not commanded them. So fire went out from the Lord and devoured them, and they died before the Lord. And Moses said to Aaron, This is what the Lord spoke, saying, By those who come near me, I must be regarded as holy, and before all the people, I must be glorified. So Aaron held his peace. Then Moses called Mishael and Elzaphan, the sons of Uzziel, the uncle of Aaron, and said to them, Come near, carry your brethren from before the sanctuary out of the camp. So they went near and carried them by their tunics out of the camp, as Moses had said. And Moses said to Aaron and to Eleazar and Ithamar, his sons, do not uncover your heads, nor tear your clothes, lest you die, and wrath comes upon all the people. But let your brethren, the whole house of Israel, bewail the burning which the Lord hath kindled. You shall not go out from the door of the tabernacle of meeting, lest you die. For the anointing oil of the Lord is upon you. And they did according to the word of Moses. Then the Lord spoke to Aaron, saying, Do not drink wine or intoxicating drink, you nor your sons with you, when you go into the tabernacle of meeting, lest you die. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, that you may distinguish between holy and unholy, and between unclean and clean, and that you may teach the children of Israel all the statutes which the Lord has spoken to them by the hand of Moses. And Moses spoke to Aaron and to Eleazar and Ithamar, his sons, who were left. Take the grain offering that remains of the offerings made by the fire to the Lord, and eat it without leaven beside the altar, for it is most holy. You shall eat it in a holy place, because it is your due and your son's due of the sacrifice made by the fire of the Lord. For so I have been commanded. The breast of the wave offering and the thigh of the heave offering you shall eat in a clean place. Your sons and your daughters with you, for they are your due and your sons due, which are given from the sacrifices of peace offerings of the children of Israel. The thigh of the heave offering and the breast of the wave offering they shall bring with the offerings of fats made by fire to offer as a wave offering before the Lord. And shall be yours and your sons with you by a statute forever, as the Lord has commanded. Then Moses made careful inquiry about the goat of the sin offering, and there it was burnt up. And he was angry with Eleazar and Ithamar, the sons of Aaron who were left, saying, Why have you not eaten the sin offering in a holy place, since it is the most holy, and God has given it to you to bear the guilt of the congregation, to make atonement for them before the Lord? See, his blood was not brought inside. The holy place indeed, you should have eaten it in a holy place as I commanded. And Aaron said to Moses, Look, this day they have offered their sin offering and their burnt offering before the Lord, and such things have befallen me. If I had eaten the sin offering today, would they have been accepted in the sight of the Lord? So Moses heard that he was content. Now the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying to them, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, These are the animals which you may eat amongst all the animals that are on earth. Among the animals, whatever divides the hoof have cloven hoofs, and chewing the cord that you may eat. Nevertheless, this you shall not eat amongst those that chew the cord, or those that have cloven hoofs. The camel, because it chews the cord, but does not have cloven hoofs, is unclean to you. The rock hyrax, because it chews the cord, but does not have cloven hoofs, is unclean to you. The hare, because it chews the cord, but does not have cloven hoofs, is unclean to you. And the swine, though it divides the hoof, having cloven hoofs, yet it does not chew the cud, is unclean to you. Their flesh you shall not eat, and their carcasses you shall not touch. They are unclean to you. This you may eat of all that are in the water. Whatever in the water has fins and scales, whatever is in the sea or in the river that you may eat. For all in the seas or the river that do not have fins and scale, that all that move in the water, or any living thing which is in the water, they are an abomination to you. They shall be an abomination to you. You shall not eat their flesh, but you shall regard their carcasses as an abomination. Whatever in the water does not have fins or scale, that shall be an abomination to you. And this you shall regard as an abomination amongst the birds. They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle, the vulture, the buzzard, the kite, and the falcon after his kind. Every raven after his kind. The ostrich, the short-eared owl, the seagull, and the hawk after his kind. The little owl, the fisher owl, and the screech owl. The white owl, the jackdaw, and the carrion vulture. The stork, the heron after his kind. The hoopoe, and the bat. All flying insect that creeps on all fours shall be an abomination to you. Yet this you may eat of every flying insect that creeps on all fours, those which have joint legs above their feet, and that with which to leap on the earth. This you may eat, the locust after his kind, the destroying locust after his kind, the cricket after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. But all other flying insects which have four legs shall be an abomination to you. By this you shall become unclean. Whoever touches the carcass of any of them shall be unclean till until evening. Whoever carries part of the carcass of any of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until evening. The carcass of any animal which divides food, which is not clove-hoofed and does not chew cud, is unclean to you. Everyone who touches it shall be unclean. And whatever goes on its paws among all kinds of animals, that shall go that goes on all fours, those are unclean to you. Whoever touches any such carcass shall be unclean until evening. Whoever carries any such carcass shall wash his clothes and be unclean until evening. It is unclean to you. These also shall be unclean to you among the creeping things that creep on the earth: the male, the the mole, the mouse, and the large lizard after his kind, the gecko, the monitor lizard, the sand reptile, the lizard, and the chameleon. These are unclean to you amongst all that creep. Whoever touches them when they are dead shall be unclean until evening. Anything on which all of them falls, when they are dead shall be unclean, whether it is any item of wood or clothing or skin or sack, whatever item it is in which they work, in which any work is done, it must be put in water, and it shall be unclean until evening. Then it shall be clean. Any earthen vessel into which any of them falls, you shall break, and whatever is in it shall be unclean. In such a vessel, any edible food upon which the water falls become unclean, and any drink that may be drunk from it becomes unclean, and everything on it which a part of any such carcass falls shall be unclean. Whether it is an oven or a cooking stove, it shall be broken down, for they are unclean, and shall be unclean to you. Nevertheless, a spring or a cistern in which there is plenty of water shall be clean, but whatever touches any such carcass becomes unclean. And if a part of any such carcass fall on any planting seed which is to be sown, it remains unclean. But if water is put on the seed, and if a part of any such carcass falls on it, it becomes unclean to you. If any animal which you may eat dies, he who touches it, carcass, shall be unclean until evening. He who eats of it, carcass, shall wash his clothes and be unclean until evening. He also who carries the carcass shall wash his clothes and be unclean until evening. And every creeping thing that creeps on the earth shall be an abomination. It shall not be eaten. Whatever crawls on his belly, and whatever goes on all fours, or whatever has many fruits among all creeping things that creep on the earth, this you shall not eat, and they are an abomination. You shall not make yourself abominable with any creeping thing that creeps, nor shall you make yourself unclean with them, lest you be defiled by them. For I am the Lord your God. You shall therefore consecrate yourself, and shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall you defile yourself with any creeping thing that creeps on the earth. For I am the Lord, who brings you out of the land of Egypt, to be your God. You shall therefore be holy, for I am holy. This is the law of the animals and the birds and every living thing that moves in the water and every creature that creeps on the earth, to distinguish between the unclean and the clean, and between the animal that may be eaten and the animal that may not be eaten. This brings us to the end of chapter 11. Now we're going to the last chapter for today, which is chapter 12, and it says, Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, If a woman has conceived and born a male child, then she shall be unclean 7 days, as in the days of her customary impurities she shall be unclean. And on the 8th day the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised. She shall then continue in the blood of her purification 33 days. She shall not touch any hallowed thing, nor come into the sanctuary until the days of her purification are fulfilled. But if she bears a female child, then she shall be unclean 2 weeks, as in her customary impurity, and she shall continue in her blood of purification 66 days. Oh. When the days of her purification are fulfilled, whether for a son or a daughter, she shall bring to the priest a lamb of the first year as burnt offering, and a young pigeon or a turtle dove as a sin offering to the door of the tabernacle of meeting. Then he shall offer it before the Lord and make atonement for her, and she shall be clean from the flow of her blood. This is the law for her who has born a male or a female. And if she is not able to bring a lamb, then she may bring two turtle doves or two young pigeons, one as a burnt offering and the other as a sin offering. So the priest shall make atonement for her, and she shall be clean. This is the word of the Lord, and this brings us to the end of our Bible study, which is Leviticus chapters 10, 11, and 12. I hope you enjoyed the video of today, and I hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.